We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Wicked Provisions is the Yellow Jacket hot sauce, and pineapple habanero is certainly a combination that very well established. This pineapple, however, is grilled. And I love grilled pineapple. I do a lot of that during grilling season. I'll get one of those, fresh one of course, cut it up, throw a little touch of seasoning on it, and grill that baby on up. And it's a delight each and every time, presuming you like pineapple. If you go to the Brazilian churrascos, they frequently will have that as well, and it's almost always one of the better things there. So, all right, so we got the fresh grilled pineapple, apple cider vinegar, pineapple juice, habaneros, we have orange juice, lime juice, ginger, honey, garlic, salt. So a lot of intricacies in this. Most of those things towards the end don't really play too much of a role here though. So what I do with my grilled pineapples, I usually use just a touch, a touch of like a kosher salt, and then I'll sprinkle it just a little bit with some brown sugar, depending on how sweet it is, and then I'll go out and slam that thing on the grill. Honey I have not tried. I don't think it would stick too well actually to the pineapple, but in a hot sauce it's probably fine. All right, let's take us a little look here. See, it definitely looks like the main component, which is the grilled pineapple. A little chunky, a little bit, almost like an applesauce. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's have a little look-see. I overfilled the spoon. Wow, did I ever. But you can see it's a really, I mean, it looks like a applesauce if you use grilled pineapple instead of apples. Little flecks in there from the grilled bits. You can sort of see it there. See it a little bit better in the bottle, I think. Very nice, very lovely sauce. And of course, I've had a lot of pineapple habanero, of course. I've never had a grilled pineapple habanero, so that sort of struck me out. But also I was looking, when I came across this, for more sauces for pizza, and of course I do love me some pineapple on my pizza. It doesn't even matter what kind of pizza it is, as long as it's the red sauce, not white sauce. But anyway, let's get on into this. Texture is very much like an applesauce, as expected. There's a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar kind of reading through than I like. That is, to me, kind of the one criticism I have here, is that ingredient doesn't need to be used, because you're adding a different flavor element to something that really doesn't need it. So honey doesn't really come up, neither does ginger. There's a little bit of salt. Salt does show up a little bit. Kind of interesting concoction here. I think they would have been better off just using a white vinegar. I don't think you need to go the apple cider vinegar route. It adds to the flavor, but not in a positive way, I guess. I'll just leave it at that. So, of course, I mentioned the pizza, where I like a nice pineapple habanero. But also, of course, on chicken, it's fantastic on chicken as well. And I started thinking about what else could I put it on. And then I came up with these filet of fishes. Now, right now, the McDonald's by me has buy one sandwich, get the second for $1. And I thought, these aren't great. I mean, you can hear, let's just take a look at it, right? We have a plain bun because I deleted the tartar sauce. We have a fish patty, and we have a piece of cheese bolting it to the rear bun here. So, but I think grilled pineapple and habanero works really, really well with fish. Well, pineapple and habanero. I haven't tried it with grilled yet. So we'll kind of take a look here and see what we come up with here. Interesting. Sauce is getting lost a bit here. Citrus works well with fish, of course. Especially with a white fish like whatever this is.
That's pretty good.
I think I would prefer more of a red cocktail type sauce though. But you have a really nice balance here between fairly light and refreshing sauce, along with honestly a fairly plain pedestrian sandwich. And there's nothing fancy about the buns, right? Nothing fancy about the fish. And all we have is this. Oh, you see the cheese. The cheese there adds just a little bit of saltiness to it.
I think I can. That's fine. What if we put it? Yeah.
I think we're just gonna have to keep adding it. But you can see here, I mean, I layered it on there. Heat is really low in this. Because it comes across almost as a pineapple puree. The heat is always a little more than I'm expecting. But it is pretty low. I could really live without that apple cider vinegar flavor. Not a fan of that. I'm not familiar with Wicked Provisions. I'm not actually sure where I came across this, actually. Somewhere. I'll probably say the rest for pizza. Because I really don't remember it being as intrusive on pizza. One of the things I will note here, though, is that with grilled pineapple, when you get the little bit of caramelization going on, which is why I put a little bit of brown sugar on mine. When you get that going, kind of the Maillard effect going, you get this really, really nice, complex sort of dip to flavor. It's not really present here because there's too much other stuff competing with it. Pineapple to me is not a very aggressive taste, I guess. It's not very concentrated. Like if you bite into an orange is a very, very strong flavor. If you bite into a pineapple, initially you might have a strong pineapple, but overall, I don't think it's quite as strong or as forceful as is that orange. Yet another reason why the apple cider vinegar, which does have a fairly strong flavor and a very distinctive one, not really a good choice here. But I mean, it's would I get it again? That's kind of where I think it comes down to a lot of with these sauces, where like I'll whip through the rest of the bottle. That won't be a problem to finish this thing out. But I find it mostly just okay, and I think it's I like the concept more than I like the actual product that's delivered here in the bottle. And I think that is because of all those extraneous elements that, for me, don't actually need to be there, but also they go one step further, and I think they detract a little bit from what could be a pretty cool flavor profile. But I do appreciate the idea of this. Like I said, grilled pineapple is something I've just had a lot of because I like it so much. And it's something I'm super, super, super familiar with. So if somebody's saying, hey, we're going to throw that in the sauce, it's right up my alley, because I'm going to say, okay, well, I know what to expect from that, and let's see how it translates to a sauce. And for me, I think they missed the mark a little bit here. Definitely, it's kind of a nice, light and refreshing sauce, but it just those elements. I had they just, I think, put like a white vinegar just a little further back in the mix, I think you would have had something that is getting to be kind of a world beater here. As it is, this one is just honestly for me, just a pretty much okay sauce, and I guess we'll just leave it there. So there it is, the Wicked Provisions Yellow Jacket Hot Sauce. Number 4. In peace, to serve the flame.